Booze. Yeah. Boo.
Meanwhile.
That is fucking hilarious. It's pretty apparent that there's a new feeling happening, a new era. And, you know, Trump wants to call it the new golden age. You know, well, I hope it's for everybody, Donald. You know, not just for your wealthy friends, but for everybody. I want everybody to prosper and be happy. I mean, you're going to have some people that may not do that very well or have the ability to do so or handicap, whatever. And, you know, we're only as strong as our weakest link, which I've always said many, many times. And I've proved that in sports and coaching as well. Yeah, so congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. And I just want to say, good job. I'm impressed. And why is that black screen there? Okay. Recently, there was somebody, I was at family and we're watching the game, and somebody came and said, "What's going on with the closing and the U.S. aid and U.S. education and all this other stuff?" I said, "It's cash grabs. It's the great American grab, cash grab. That's what's happened. That's what's been happening for the past." Hey, Jordan, how you doing, buddy? That's what's been happening for the past 4 years, when the illegitimate presidency of Joe Biden was in. And yes, you will see it'll be proven to be illegitimate, and that's going to be a tsunami and very hard for people to digest. It's just a very hard pill to swallow, but when it comes, it's going to come. If Trump does what he's supposed to do right, investigate thoroughly, you know, question the old illegitimate authority and all its sources and connections, you know, follow the money. It's that simple. I mean, Elon's proving that already. And it's really starting to be exposed. You're not seeing it on the legacy media, MSNBC, CNN, PBS. I don't think New York Times, it's reported, LA Times. They're not going to talk about how shady, how the money laundering process worked, you know, throughout Ukraine, the COVID-19, the whole nine yards. But those pieces are starting to come together now. And sadly, you're not going to, like I said, you're not going to see that from mainstream media. They're not, their money's running out. Sooner or later, they're going to have to just be journalists. And sooner or later, they're going to have to just tell the news like they used to, I don't know, probably never, but a long time ago. When they were when they had a little more ethics, a little more integrity. Nowadays they don't. So we're going to hopefully see that they'll start to report what needs to report to the people that they're supposed to be servicing, which isn't you. You know, like I've shown this picture. I don't know if so. I've explained this how many times, and I've got to say it again. This right here. The predator class corporate governance pay for and controls mainstream media $1 billion bills. Not you. You know, they get paid by their advertisers. Millions of dollars go out to these people that supposedly tell you things that you think are beneficial to you, but it's not. It hasn't been that way in a long time. It's these bazillion-dollar studios. See my studio? Does it look like $1 billion studio? It's not. But I care. I do this because I care about my kids. I care about my neighbors. I care about my community. I care about my city, my county, my state, and my country, of course. And, everybody in between. Because I want everybody to have a decent life. I want people to be able to be free and do what they want to do, like I was able to do. Swim in rivers that weren't polluted, swim in lakes that weren't polluted, swim in the oceans when there were big clams in the ocean. I used to go clam digging, now they're gone. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed. I'm not talking climate change shit. That's the big fucking $78 trillion 2030 scam that's came up, or $90 million that they want by 2050. But that's just a gigantic scam. But there's pollution. We got to get a hold of this stuff. We got to start figuring out how to, the microplastics that are out there that are affecting the fish, affecting the reefs, which aren't really dying. Some are growing, but we need to have a balance of more fish, more life in the ocean and the lakes. There's a lot of lakes now that are closed. The Kanawha River, where I used to live in West Virginia, is called Chemical River for a reason, because it's just polluted. You don't want to eat fish from there. So we need to work on that. I think, and I know I would get a lot of people to agree with that, even on the left and on the right. Let's be safer with how we drill, mine, make these chemicals. What's really needed? What can we do to keep it at a minimum so that we can manage it? We have a pollution management problem. That's what we have. We don't have climate change, I can tell you that. We do have geoengineering. We had cloud seeding. That's obvious. I see it every fucking day. It still happens out here. And it's not, people say there's a difference between a chemtrail and a vapor trail. A vapor trail will, maybe the longest you could see a vapor trail is like a mile, a few miles, maybe. And it'll be in the sky and then it'll evaporate and then it'll dissipate. It's when the moisture of the air goes over the wing, like the wings kind of shaped a certain way and it condense. That's the lift. And then it pulls these two bodies of air tightly into each other, and they cause vapor. And you'll see this flying in planes off the tip of the wings. Those are vapor trails. The chemtrails are different, but the mainstream media doesn't want to. They kind of exposed it a while back, but it's not good. But I'm kind of moving in a different direction. But what we're seeing now from DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, is they are completely exposing just a ton of information. We just found out Politico. Hello, Politico. Do I have a little thing on Politico? Are they in here? I don't think they're in here. I know that CNN's in here, Fox and MSNBC and all this stuff. There's a lot of them are part of this. But I think I've got. Is that it? No, that's not it. I had a little thing on. No, it's not in this one. But anyway, Politico, which some people that I was talking to don't know what that is, was given like $8 million by our tax dollars to put out information of what the illegitimate Biden administration wanted them to put. That's fucking crazy. It's like, and there's so many others. The list is just beginning. It's dozens now, maybe hundreds. U.S. aid has been such a great vehicle, an extremely great vehicle for this money laundering, cash grab, system to take place. It's and there's other departments that have done the same thing. There are other entities that have done the same thing. Elon's talking about going into NGOs. We're talking World Economic Forum, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Obama Foundation, Clinton Foundation, all these foundations, and start really doing some digging on where this money is going and what's happening to it and what's going on. We need to know what's happening. Are they just doing usual ethical, moral practice of business, or are they using it nefariously? Are they using it politically, which most of them are? We already know the fucking answer to that, but it needs to be exposed. And that's really making a lot of the Democrats extremely desperate. Oh, we're going to sue you, and we're going to sue this, and we're going to stop that, and this judge in this blue woke state is going to stop, not let you look at any more information, and they're saying it's releasing our data. No, it's not. Has nothing to do with our personal data. And that's what I'm hearing from a lot of fucking people. You don't think the U.S. government, this is the funny part, you don't think, let me just ask, let me ask you right now, do you think the Biden administration already has every piece of information that you could possibly have on yourself? Do you think they were giving you the privacy that you're supposed to have? What is that, the 14th Amendment or the 5th? On it, right? Right to privacy? Was that 4th? 14th? Anyway, that's one of the amendments, right to privacy, which has been completely violated. Edward Snowden, who Tulsi Gabbard has said, the guy broke the law, but still exposed the truth. And we need that. We can't have a government that takes our data. And this is the thing that I've been saying about the Democratic Party within the past 4 years, right? More so than ever. They're the pot calling the kettle black party. They're the pot calling the fucking kettle black party. That's it. Everything they're pointing at Trump of being and doing, and fascism and bigotry and hatred and all this other shit, Nazis, they've been doing it. It's exactly what their modus operandi has been for the past fucking 4 years. And if you go back even further and you dig even deeper, they've been worse than you could ever imagine. This party rebranded themselves somewhere around, God, I think it was during the civil rights, like right after the Civil Rights Act, probably the 70s or 80s, they started to rebrand themselves. They started to use marketing tactics. Oh, we're for you. We're with you. We're for blacks. We're for minorities. We want health care. We want raises. We want all this stuff. And they sold everybody down the river because they haven't done shit. They have controlled Congress extremely well, I think, for the past couple decades, 3 decades, in a way that has cost this country just not just lives, other countries, millions of lives, perhaps billions. They're just a heinous group of fucking people, and they've been that way for a long time. But they portray that they care and they give a shit about you. I went through this. I fucking realized that they haven't done shit for anybody for a long ass time. And like a ding dong, I fucking went to the Green Party, which I thought was really going to help. Which was, I was a media committee member of all of California, about 100,000 people. And I was doing what I could to get that party going and, whatever I could. And the Green Party is basically was created just to be the place where Democrats go to die, liberals go to die. It's just, Jill Stein is just, like I've said, if you go to her website and then go to the World Economic Forum website, it's about 2/3 of Jill Stein's website is pretty similar or close with the New World Order, climate change, all this other crap that the World Economic Forum website is. It's almost identical. There are a few things which I agree with, which I think are good ideas, but it's just the there's like a fascist thing going there. It's kind of like it's the dependency that you don't want, right? After me being away from California for 6, 7, 8 years now, something like that. 8 years, close to 8 years. No, wait, 5, over 7 years I've been away from California, and I'm telling you, there's people in the Midwest, in the Central Mountain, people on the east side, southeast part of the United States. They're just fucking hardworking, God-fearing, patriotic, decent, polite, just American people. And it's fucking great. And they're everywhere around here. I'm in Missouri now, and there's a good chunk of people out here that really are patriotic. They're really decent people. When I was living in California, I remember going to Walmart, and there are people racing around trying to cut you off here, and they don't say excuse me or anything. But I'm going to grocery stores and places out here, and if you push your cart in front of somebody out here as you're looking across an aisle for a soup, and they go in front of you, they'll say, excuse me, my apologies, excuse me. That'll never happen in California. It's a fucking rat race. They're a bunch of, oh my God. And when I first I went to West Virginia. What a beautiful state, by the way. Needs better leadership. Hey, Mike Jones. It needs, Jim Justice is shit. They need a better representative. He's the guy that wanted everybody, because of his stupid dog, to take the fucking boot in their arms. He's just telling her, and he was giving people money and hamburgers and all kinds of shit. It was just crazy. But yeah, but the state itself is really nice. So I just have to say this. I think right now it's so early, and I've got so many people saying so many things. Trump's doing this and Trump's doing that. He's going to do this and he's going to do that. And honestly, this guy just went to the Super Bowl. The only standing president that's ever gone to the Super Bowl. You may not think that's a big deal, but he likes to be out there with the people. He likes to be out there amongst the people. There are people out there that like to be the center of attention. There's people out there like that. I'm not like that. I mean, I don't mind. It doesn't hurt. I don't care. I can be anywhere, honestly. But there are people out there that like to be there running the show. And he likes to run the show. And he likes to run what's ever going on, and he likes to participate. He wants to be involved. I think his mentality, kind of from what I've been studying about him, about Donald J. Trump, is he wants to be your grandpa. He wants to be your dad. He likes to be the father figure. He really does. And he doesn't want to be a shitty one, because he's actually been a pretty decent guy. Besides what mainstream media says and all the people that have Trump derangement syndrome, because I see it all the fucking time, the guy's a decent guy. He just wants to be there to help and assist and do what he can to make sure that people are enjoying America. I think that's it. I think that's truly it. I'm not really big on his relations with Netanyahu, and many people aren't. But I think he's just playing the role right now until he gets more intel and more information. But taking Gaza and making Gaza like the American place, then what does that mean? It's like a territory, right? So if he takes over Gaza, and Gaza becomes, in a sense, a territory, don't we protect our allies? I don't think anybody's thinking about that. I mean, like America, Samoa, right? Or the Philippines, it's almost the same thing. We will protect the Philippines, even though right now the Philippines is just, in the past 4 years, has gone to shit since the illegitimate Biden administration took over the fucking rigged the 2020. right? Ever since that happened, you're going to see it'll be exposed. Like I said, a lot of people are going to have a hard time with it. A lot of people are going to have a very hard time with basically realizing that the Biden administration was the actual insurrection. Yeah. Why would Liz Cheney get rid of hundreds of fucking files in regards to her J6 committee hearing? Why? Why would you get rid of that? Wouldn't you want to be proud and frame that in like the halls of Congress? No. The reason why she dumped that shit, because a lot of it could come back and bite her in the fucking ass, which a lot of it's going to anyway. Okay. Adam Schiff, Raskin, God, AOC, all these, Nancy Pelosi, all these fucking Jeffries, all these people are going to they're going to be gone. Like I said, and it's in the comments. The Democratic Party will no longer be around if Trump investigates properly, does his due diligence, brings the receipts, factual, provable information to exposes it, audits it, right? Reveals it, brings these people accountable, right? With just laws, backing them with actual lies that happen, not making shit up, which is what the guy's been through for the past 2 or 3 years now, right? Ever since they've tried to stop him from rerunning again. It's just interesting that like I said, the mainstream media, that they don't want to fucking talk about it. They don't want to fucking say. They don't want to bring up, because their donors are disappearing. The U.S. aid investigation and auditing is exposing that a lot of these bazillion-dollar studios have been in cahoots with the illegitimate Biden administration. Isn't that crazy? And how these people don't make money from you. Well, they make money when you're sick and ill. Pfizer for sure makes a ton of money because, like I said, big pharma, Pfizer, Moderna, all these other places, all these other pharmaceutical manufacturers, Merrick, whatever. Big hospital, which is, Johns Hopkins, cancer this and cancer that. Big elderly care, these giant homes, these huge conglomerate types, elderly care facilities and places where people go to die, hospice kind of stuff. And then big psychology, they make a ton of money off people that are sick and ill. Ton of money. And they keep you on your last freaking breath, and they make a ton of money through insurance companies, through the money they get from the United States, our tax dollars. It's just a big fucking money grab. And it's been that way for a long time, but it went into super overdrive as soon as 21 hit ground and the illegitimate Biden administration fucking went 1,000 bazillion miles an hour. Right? They just fucking put the pedal to the metal, and they just didn't stop. And that's being exposed now. And like I said, a lot of Democrats, and a few Republicans aren't liking what's coming out. Yeah, there definitely are some Republicans that are probably going to need to answer some questions too. I would say not Adam Schiff, but Lindsey Graham. Who's that guy with the eye patch? I keep forgetting his name. People like Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell? God, Jesus. He fell down again the other day. He's frozen up several times. It's fucking shameful, man. That guy, that's just ridiculous. Yeah. All right. Let me go to just Chrome real quick. I'm going to show you. Get out of here. Oh, look. Speaking of Mike Johnson, who I still don't trust. America is the most benevolent country on earth. USAID's mismanaged spending abused the fact and jeopardized our foreign policy. The agency must be reformed. Secretary Rubio and the Trump administration, we are working to eliminate waste and protect programs that advance American interests. You know, the word American interest always bothers me. I like America's interests if the American people are involved, if the 99%. I would love to hear, like I've always said, and since 2027, when I started my Monotalk station, which is I'm on my sixth one now. This is my fifth or sixth channel because in 2020 I got fucking booted for asking questions, questioning authority, questioning fucking Big Pharma and the Fluvid-19 and the boot. Everybody was taking their arms, and they just didn't like what I had to say. But yeah, we really need to focus on the 99.9%, right? And I look, I want trickle down to work, but you have to make sure these people actually do it. Give us profit sharing. Include us, if we're able after 90 days of solid work like it used to be. There are people out there that go to work and they work for a few days and they just are terrible. I could give you countless examples of people that I've dealt with I don't know, with the past for however long. You know me, I've been to work. I've never missed a day. Actually, I've never missed a day of actual work in, 6 years. 6 years. I've had a few vacation days, but rearranged those days to get people to work and worked for them, so I never really, in a sense, missed a day. I think I've been sick maybe once or twice in the past 6 years. It's just me. It's just the way I roll. I show up, I mean, a lot of people don't, let me just say, there are people out there that don't find that to be admirable anymore. Let's just say it's a relationship with somebody, and you'll know that I'll be there. If I say I'm going to be there, I'll be there. It has to be a fucking gigantic hurricane, twister, earthquake, tsunami, fucking zombies or whatever for me not to show. But I will show up. Maybe I may be a little late here and there, but I will fucking show up. There's a lot of stuff. 2 of President Donald Trump's executive orders targeting the rights of transgender and non-binary people face court challenges filed Friday. Okay. Okay. This is CBS, right? Hey, guess what, CBS? We don't fucking care. We're so done with that nobody gives a fuck about that shit anymore. Don't care. Right? They shouldn't have been. That is such a mute point at this point, and it's just going to be that way as it continues on. It's going to be like that for a while. Let me see what I've got here. That's some good stuff.
Revenge is served sweet when you get Coach Sirianni. Well, revenge is served sweet when you get a big old good
revenge. Did he just say revenge?
2 years ago. How good does this feel, knowing that you beat the Chiefs who beat you 2 years ago?
Yeah, all glory to God, first and foremost.
What do you say?
Yeah, all glory to God, first and foremost. But that's a great football team, and we had to come out and play our best, and we did. And what a lesson to the entire world of what.
And then you're going to watch Jalen Hurts speak. We'll hear what he says.
And people like me have to say, listen, you're winning football games, and now you've won a Super Bowl, and you're the MVP. What do you say in response to all that, Jalen?
God is good. He's better than the highs and the lows. Couldn't be here without my teammates. You know, the effort, the determination everybody displayed to get to this point.
You handled the blitz.
We got it.
You handled their blitz fantastic today.
Well, it's never been about what anyone else does. It's always been about what we do and how we respond to certain things. And
feels good.
hell of a game today.
Yes, it was. And you played a hell of a game, my friend. All right.
That was a good game. I got to tell you, if you're a Philadelphia fan, I'm not a big Philadelphia fan. I'm more of a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Definitely a Rams fan. I've always been a Rams fan. I used to go to those games when I was a kid. I like San Diego Chargers. Used to go to those games. And I've been to a few fucking Raiders games, which are fucking funner than shit. That's pretty much it. For some reason, I like the Buffalo Bills. I've always liked the Buffalo Bills. I think those are a good team. And I'm wondering if that would have been a better matchup, honestly. If the Buffalo Bills would have been a better matchup. Which maybe they would have. I don't know. Maybe they would have. But anyway, let's just kind of jump through here. This broadcast has ended. This is a good article. I reposted this. And I think this really explains a lot about what Doge is doing. Bill Gates' vaccine organization, Gavi, right, was awarded $4,880,000,000 from USAID. Nearly $5 billion in taxpayer money to a single organization. That's crazy. That's crazy. 2 grants are still active. The $4 billion grant ends in August 2030. No wonder Gates is speaking out against Doge, dismantling the USAID. It's all right here. Here's the receipts. Gavi impacts drives the strengths of its core partners, the World Health Organization, UNICEF, the World Bank, and the Gates Foundation, and plays a critical role in strengthening primary health, because they care, bringing us closer to the Sustainable Development Goal, right? The universal health care coverage, ensuring that no one is left behind, which is the opposite. They're just trying to genocide and kill 2/3 of the population so they can hoard the rest for them fucking selves. That's it. That's what they're doing. That's what people need to realize. That's exactly what they're doing. It has nothing to do with trying to save you or help you or anything of that nature. Right? When Melinda and I started this work more than a decade ago, we were inspired by the conviction that all lives have equal value. So one of the first things we invested in was vaccines. They invested in vaccines, which protect all children who receive them, no matter how rich or poor they may be, ensure vaccine work. Of course, they're just wonderful. Right? Oh, wait a second. Here's some money. Here's the receipts. $4 billion here. Gavi Alliance. It's the same company. Agency International Development. International Development right here. There's 23rd all the way through. And then 800. And then Gavi Alliance again. 880 million. It's all right there. I mean, the receipts are there, and this is what you're seeing from Doge. It's exposing a lot of money grabbing. It's just a great big money grab. That's what it is. Like I said, that's all this is. It's the giant fucking money grab. The great money grab. The great American money grab. That's what USAID is. That's what the Pentagon's been doing. That's what so many other departments that have been just sending money and like for the past 7 audits, the Pentagon has not passed a single fucking audit. They don't know where money's been going. You guys remember on September 10th of 2001, a day before, look it up, a day before, Donald Rumsfeld comes out in this press conference talking about this, talking about that, global threats and all this other shit. And then he just pops this out and said, we can't find $2.3 trillion. And then the next day, the place where that paper trail can be tracked is hit. That same area where all that information would be to track that information was hit at the Pentagon and a few places in New York, Twin Towers, and a few other places. Yeah, look it up. I have information on it. Trust me. Don't trust me. Just do the research yourself. Just do the research yourself. Yeah, it's pretty nuts, man. Isn't that crazy? Tell me that's not. Tell me that's just. That's nuts. All right, let's see what else we got. Yeah, so Jimmy Dore goes down. The media has not told people to be outraged or upset about a guy worth over $100 billion scamming the taxpayers out of $5 billion. So they're not. They've been propagandized by media to be outraged that another billionaire wants to audit government and expose grifts like this. They're pissed off at that. So that's interesting. Media has, I think it's supposed to, they are media, has people clutching their pearls. The richest man in the world is auditing the Treasury Department, and they've been told to be afraid of it because Musk has access to their Social Security info. I already explained that. They already have that information. They know where you live. They know where you've been. They've been tracking you. There's tracking apps everywhere. All you have to do is click yes, or do you agree with these terms and conditions? It's over. Do you guys ever watch the movies? Like these high espionage movies like Mission Impossible. I think in Mission Impossible they've destroyed at least 50 phones. Oh, put down your phone. Don't use your phone. Because they can track you. Yes, they've been tracking you. Fuck. They've been told that this is dangerous, that Musk is going to use that information to make money, as if Musk is going to use someone else's Social Security information so he can open up a bogus credit card or something. This is fucking funny. You got Fee over at I love Fee at Combo Couch. She's also been on what's that Russian place called? It'll come later. But anyway, but she's all, Whitney Webb's all. I mean, these. I want these people to go meet Elon Musk. I want them to spend a day with these people. I will guarantee you would not be able to spend a day with Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama or fucking Nancy Pelosi or a lot of the Demoncrats, because these people do some seriously heinous and evil shit physically, mentally, socially, financially to a lot of people. They're just nasty fucking people. And I can prove it. There's information I could tell you, but I can't do it on here. If you want to know, leave it in the comments. We'll have a discussion on X or on or whatever. Unelected bureaucrats who work at the Treasury already have access to that information. Thank you very much, Jimmy. But that doesn't worry them because they haven't been told to worry about that. Now they're worried about that. Elon Musk is going to expose that. Elon is about to expose what Edward Snowden warned you all about and released that information already. That they have your information already. When I see somebody on, it's so funny. There's some people that have been on my show, and some have worn masks like usually after 2022 or 2021. They don't want to be known or what's going on and all this other stuff for work or whatever. Look, it's a free country. It still damn well is a free country. And you could, if you're not at work enough, I'm not badgering or saying terrible things about my job or anything like that, which I won't, and I never have. I'm a little concerned about some of the things they serve, but hey, it's a restaurant. There's tons of processed foods out there. It's just the way it's going on right now. But the thing that people are concerned about is being seen. And it doesn't bother me. It doesn't fucking bother me. So I just say, hey, look, man, they already know where you're at. They already know what you're doing. They know me. They know what's going on. You know, they call us influence operators. You know, but how can I be an influence operator if I'm on my fucking 5th or 6th YouTube channel? And every time I expose the truth, which my theories have came to fruition, I've been giving people basically spoiler alerts for the past 4 years now. And they won't let people receive my information or my content or my investigations or the people that I talk to over the phone. I mean, I've talked to USDA, I've spoken to legislators, judiciaries, executives. I've spoken to doctors and lawyers. I've had people that are running for politics, people that have become senators or city council members on my show. I ask them all kinds of questions. What's going on? What's happening? What are you going to do? What can we do? Trying to find out getting some interesting information, just so people can make a better decision on what's going on. And then I'll have opposing views, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with an opposing view, right? As long as you can, put in front of me what you're getting to, and you're not being blasphemous or degrading, which I can handle I can handle a lot of shit, trust me. But it's right here. All this information. Americans are such lemmings and soft-brained children that they still aren't skeptical of the billionaire-owned corporate media that's been lying to them their entire life. You're welcome. This is the first time I've read this. And I've had the beat on this for a long fucking time. It's called conditioning. Mass formation psychosis. Look it up. Jimmy Dore's talk. I knew mass formation psychosis for a long time. It's not like a Stockholm syndrome. It's worse. It's kind of a pack mentality, right? Once you see 3 people doing it, then it's cool. But if there's only one person doing it, it's not that cool, right? But mass formation psychosis has to do with the carrot and the stick, right? It's divide and conquer. It's a tactic that's been used for God knows how long. Hundreds, thousands of years. Who freaking knows? But it's really interesting. Fucking ghouls. Oh, here they are. Here's the picture. Oh, I'm going to resend this one. Yeah, these people are nasty motherfuckers. Right? Oh, there's Fink. There's Aurora. If you don't know who these people are, if you don't know who at least 3 or 4 of these people are, then I'm concerned. I'm very concerned for you. Okay? I'm very concerned that you're not informed of what's really behind. There's a few more people. These are the monsters of Fluvid-19 and when it all started. That's who these people are. And I just saved their picture because I like having that together. Everyone should thank Obama and the DNC for passing the bill that allowed our intel agencies to use propaganda on citizens in the U.S. This actually happened. And I get a lot of Democrats and liberals and the meek, malleable, and obedient, compliant people that are still out there that do not and will not acknowledge this fact. It's called the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act of 2012. The Smith-Mundt Modernization Act of 2012 is an act that overturns 64-year ban on domestic dissemination of propaganda produced for foreign audiences. It has led the media rhetoric that creates TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome, and the recent assassination attempts on former President Trump. Sound familiar? Yes. It was added to the 2013 National Defense Authorization Act, or the NDAA bill, and passed under President Obama. New outlets at that time have passage predicted that it would allow U.S. propaganda intended to influence foreign audiences to be used on the domestic population, which that's what they used it for. They left that caveat open. He did it purposely. These guys put it together. As a matter of fact, I'm going to copy this too, because this is going to... let me just see here. Up another paint. I like this one, but I am going to put that information in there too. This actually happened. So they can't be held. The mainstream media can't be held responsible. They can tell you that a giant balloon animal is flying through the galaxy and it's the size of 20 suns that's going to hit the planet, and they with a serious face, and you have to believe them. And they can't be held accountable for it. They can tell you that there's a pandemic in 2020 that maybe didn't happen. Maybe it was just a fluke. Maybe it was just a fluke. And not be held accountable for it. Maybe they can give you these crazy numbers of all these people dying and scare the fuck out of you and dance in these hospitals with these nurses when you're like, where's everybody at? All the parking lots were fucking empty. That's what I could tell at the time in early 2020 and late 2020. But to get you to push you to take this genocidal, pre-planned, pre-orchestrated, pre-manufactured Mary, Roger, Nancy, Alpha, mRNA, genocidal bioweapon into your body. Destroys your immune system. Destroys your reproductive system, men, women. Like I keep telling people. Go get a test and see what your sperm count is if you've had 2 or 3 of these boosters. Just go. Go check it out. Right? See what it should be. I think it should be like 90 million. You might be at like 4. 40 maybe. You know, see if there's any abnormalities in your blood. I'm just saying. You probably don't want to know. I just know that a lot of people that have had this have been ill a lot. And it's gotten worse. We've had this giant spike since 2021 of this like super cancer that's out there. It's just everywhere now. John Hopkins must love that, right? Remember Big Hospital? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. That's just called the show. I'm telling you. Instead of Monotech. I'm telling you. There's more going on out there. You just have no idea what it's been terrible for a long fucking time. Oh, my stream is working. Hold on. Well, not on X, but I can see it working on YouTube, right? Hang on a second. I think I just saw it on there, bro. Let me see if it's still there. Say it's still live. Oh, my stream is working. Hold on. Well, not on. Oh, it's still there. I can see it working. It's still there on YouTube, right? Hang on a second. I think it went off and then went back on. Maybe it started another channel. Let me just check here. Let's see if it's still there. Oh, it's still there. I can hear myself. I can still hear myself talking. Yeah. Yeah, I watched the big game today, Jordan. It was terrible. It was like the worst Super Bowl I've ever seen in my life. God. It's the offensive line. The offensive line to the freaking Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know where they were. or what the fuck they were doing tonight, but they didn't do anything. They couldn't protect him. They couldn't pick up any blitz packages. They couldn't pick any crossover package. They couldn't stop the pressure. There's a tackle, the right tackle. I believe it's the right tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs that's supposed to protect Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes, gets $40 million a year. And the guy on the left gets like $5 million. I don't understand. Or maybe it's vice versa. I don't know. But in any case, they all sucked. That's what happened. They shut down the passing game. They were super aggressive. I don't know. They were on super steroids or fucking Captain America Ultra Serum. I don't freaking know. But they just totally that defensive line is what dominated that game. Like I said, it's defense that wins championships. I'm telling you. Is it still working? Yeah, I think it's still working. Was it off before? No. Well, I'm on YouTube. I've still been on YouTube, but it went off a couple times. Anyway. Yeah, this is pretty nuts. It stopped going on X, because if it stops on X, YouTube will keep going on. Anyway, that's what happened. All right. Alrighty. Let me see what else I got. I think I'm pretty much done. Thank you for acknowledging that or giving me that information, Mr. Ben. Ben, you're awesome. Thank you, sir. Let's see, you're the one to come with. Oh God. This what the. It's just such a stupid. What is this guy saying? This is so funny. Wait, let's see how this started. So I put in. I'm talking about Farella Isabel. She's just really worried about Elon Musk, and everybody should be worried about every billionaire. That's just a no-brainer, right? Somebody probably died for some fucking disgusting, pathetic, terrible criminal reason. Usually when a billionaire is around. I'm just telling you, right? That's just the way it usually is. But this guy could be different. So, I mean, this is Trump derangement syndrome, period. I don't care. That's it. Trump derangement syndrome. Look, you're bashing Rubio, you're bashing this, you're bashing a lot of people, Elon Musk, et cetera, and I just asked a simple question. I said, Kamala's cabinet was the better choice? I mean, come on. I would just answer the question. And then Steve Cunningham came to a rescue with his answer, with his comment. If we had a drink every time this dumb response is said, I'd be drunk 24/7. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a valid point. It's an extremely valid point. If you understand the direction that the Kamala administration was taking us to, I just explained it. They were all for supporting and with killing 2/3 of the planet's population and letting the global pedo-predator class hoard the rest for themselves. That's what their orders were, and that's what they were doing. They were trying to take down the last stronghold, the United States of America, and Trump got in their way, so they tried to assassinate him. She doesn't remember that? Steve, you don't remember that? They tried to do it twice, maybe 3 times. So right there, it's just clearly Trump deranges. It just is. It just fucking is. Right? And then he goes, you're the one to, what did he say? So he said something. Oh, he took it out. What a dick. He said, is this how you have your arguments? Oh, look at this guy. His response, I should have took a screenshot of it. He said, so you don't have a debate? You're not willing to debate this information? I said, maybe you should have started with the question and argument first. Oh, this guy he fucking deleted. Dude, he's so weak. I'm only responding just because. Wow. Wow, you actually deleted. Yeah, that's pretty sad. There's just people out there who just want to get in a riff with other people. That's what it seems like this guy wants to do. He doesn't have anything to do. Oh, wait a second. Okay, he and his boyfriend or something. Owners of Census Fidelium website, YouTube channel. What is that? Oh, let's see. Let's check out his YouTube channel. Let's copy the link. Copy link address. I'm gonna go here and see what this is about. See what these people are. Let's dig down. Okay, news from the pew. Oh, so it's a religious thing. Tells you, okay, appointments, eggs, C-SPAN. They seem like they're kind of on the right track. Maybe we're just not news from the pew. Let's listen. Let's pick something here and see where they're at here. Let's see. Let's try. Maybe I can spot something here. Give me a second. Sorry, I didn't have that up. Let's see if I can find something here. This from the Pew. They got 2,360 subscribers. That's not bad. That's really good. Let's see if they want to. Let's see what they think about these guys. That's a good way to start. I like that.
He's a lovable face. People like him.
Yeah, right. Unless I got a booster seat.
I like that tree.
I like Rick. Everybody likes Rick. My brother texts me up. You gonna do it? I guess he's smoking something. Hey, you give them 3 seconds to find out what I say about them. They're not gonna do it one bit.
Just the stuff
Oh,
about
maybe that
J.D.
was
Vance,
John.
To make sure that he doesn't get within.
Maybe John came on my show. It says John who.
Right?
You guys see that right there? It
I
says
do
Jonathan
know that it was the
Arlington.
brand administration that did this, but it was just too easy.
I wonder if that's
They literally
him.
picked the guy up and threw him out of the for asking questions about the genocide going on in Gaza, which hasn't stopped yet, even though the news says it's been a ceasefire.
In California and New York and all these other, look what
I think
they're great citizens. We have
546,000 signatures to get it on them.
cut FEMA down.
Very rich again, and it's going to happen very quickly. It's time for the United States to return to the system that made us richer and more powerful than ever before. You know, the United States in 1870 to 1913, all tariffs, and that was the richest period in the history of the United States, relatively speaking. In other words, relatively. And they set up the Great Tariff Commission of 1887, and this commission had one function: what to do with all the money that we took in. It was so enormous that they had no idea. It was a blue ribbon committee. It was set up 1880.
just because I couldn't keep it up anymore. You know why the War of Southern Independence was started? Is because of tariffs. They were put a tariff on the Southerners saw the tariffs coming, and they had nothing to do with it. And so 600,000 people had to die of an invasion from the north because of tariffs. Yeah, so in the 1870s there was tariffs thanks to Abraham, things like that, who also brought in a prelim to the income tax, the income tax bill. It was the preliminary for the 1913 style when it came in as amendment. Somebody wrote me one time, no, it wasn't Lincoln, it was this. I go, here's the source, here's the thing. He did it.
Now, that's interesting. I like that. I think that's a good point of view. And yes, he's correct. The tariffs did happen. But what would it, it's a, commerce has changed a little bit since 200 years, since a long fucking time ago. And it can affect people in certain ways. Pocketbooks of corporations and oligarchs and pedophile, predator class type people, which I know these guys are against. Anyway, I don't know why this guy's arguing with me. It's just kind of weird. Just because I don't agree with Fee. I mean, I've spoken to Fee. She's been, I think she came on my show a while back. I think she came on Monotalk back in 2017 or 2018. A while back. I think Tim Black came on too. A few other people. I know Jamal did. Who else? A few people came on my show. Right? But anyway. I don't know, Steve. I'm just telling you. I mean, I just kind of concerned. You know, I mean, I get what you're saying. I got what you're saying. And yeah, I don't like the Gaza thing either, but I explained that earlier. You know, so if Gaza becomes a territory of the United States, that's kind of like America Samoa, right? Or the Caribbean and the American Caribbean Islands and Virgin Islands and stuff like that, or parts of the Philippines, right? It's basically the same thing. It's like ours. And if you fuck with it, you're a shithead. And I don't believe that Trump's going to go in there and continue the genocide. Right? I just think he would say, now that it's mine, and now that it's connected to us, just leave it alone. Because to be honest with you guys, and I'm going to tell you right now, okay, I want you to watch this right here. Just I'm going to just type it in. Watch this. This is real.
انت زيك مثلا جاي من مصر من اسبانيا من اوروبا من كذا لكن احنا مش قادرين نطلع صحيح احنا في على البحر لكن بنعد حالنا بسجن
What?
غزة لو فيش فيها بحر كان بصرش صار فيه يعني هو المنفذ الوحيد للناس
اليوم يعني صار الكل بيتحكم فيه في البحر في شيء بأي حاجة
يعني أي بلد كل يوم في يعني إحنا اللي زينا عادة أقلمنا على الشيء هذا وقت ما يكون في ركوب أمواج فيش خط أحمر ما يعني
إلى هدف أو أمنية في الحياة أو حلم
صار ما يقارب 42 سنة ونشط حضلني زي ما أنا حتى أموت
What do you think Trump's thinking? He's a real estate developer. Mike Jones or whoever the hell you were. And what I believe is Gaza Strip and that whole area is prime resort, golf resort property, real estate. It is. It could be. That could be the next Dubai. You know, in a sense, not that you want it to be fully like Dubai, because Dubai is just a little overwhelming sometimes. But I think they would let them keep their land, let them keep what they wanted to do, practice their religions. We have Muslims in the United States, they're all over the world. We have Buddhists all over the world. We have Christians all over. I mean, just do your thing. Hindus, do your thing. But just, you know, be respectful to each other and give each other their space and their freedom of religion. That's it. That's it. I don't know. A lot of these people really think that. I think. Let me just say, Trump is a salesman. He really knows how to sell it. You don't see that kind of salesman or sales ability until he's with the decision maker. And this is what a lot of people don't get about Donald Trump. Because I've seen his conversations with actual leaders somewhat in private. And he's pretty direct. When I used to do direct marketing with a lot of dealerships, some of the largest car dealerships in the United States, and I would try to get them to buy my 10,000 piece mailer for $6,000 or $8,000 or some bulk price, and I would make a commission off of it, but I'm going to provide the funding for it and make sure I can get these people approved, and we'd look for the right demographics and the credit rating and all this other stuff, be a soft pull, and we would go and send these mailers out, but I had to talk to the owner of the dealership. These are fucking powerful people. I'd say 98% of them were men. And they don't fuck around. And that's the way Trump talks to people. And what you see from CNN or MSNBC or even Fox or wherever, Breitbart, doesn't matter what fucking, you're not going to hear his conversations. But when you're talking to the decision maker, and I'm telling you, I've spoken to men and women that own football teams. Right on the fucking phone. Hey, is this da-da-da-da? Yeah, just letting you know, we did the mailer with you about a year ago. You brought in about, 35 cars? Well, you probably did, you got to be quick with this. I think you guys did 35 cars. I think your profits were about 260,000, right? Am I correct? That's what you made off of about 260. Just give or take a few numbers. And he'll look at it. I just look at it. I mean, I've got the information right here, just letting you know. We financed everything for you. You ready to do it again? Well, I don't have the budget right now. I go, so when is a good time for you? Because how'd you do on your last sale? We sold 6 cars. We paid $10,000 for 10,000 pieces. I go, we did it for 4,000, and we gave you 10,000 pieces. And we hit the radius and everything that you needed. When these people came in, they were pretty much ready to go. Right? And this is the way they talk. They get straight down to the numbers, straight down to the nitty-gritty, which a lot of people don't understand. And that's the way Trump operates behind the fucking scenes. You don't usually hear him in his negotiating with people. He gets straight to the fucking point. All right, so it's not like what's in it for me, but it's what benefits us, my company, my corporation, my team, my people. Right? That's how they look at. That's how a real leader looks at. Even a CEO or owner of a chain of fucking car dealerships, whether it's from Ford to Dodge to Nissan to fucking Hyundai, whatever. These guys have to think of a lot of people that it's not just about them, and they know that. See, that's what Trump thinks. That's what a lot of people don't get. He's like these people that when Trump builds a hotel or a casino or whatever he's building, he's not just thinking about the money. He's thinking about the people that it takes to run the show. From the person that fucking makes the beds to the person that runs the entire hotel when he's not around. The general manager. All the way to the plumbers and the people that come in and the vending. All this stuff makes a big difference. And these are what the CEOs of these dealerships. It's a different language that people their heads may explode. But if a guy of that caliber, woman, is and you're doing a deal with that person, just letting you know, and he starts cussing in kind of a jovial way or a good way, if he says, look, you fuckers kicked ass last year, man, I appreciate it, then you got him. Just letting you know. Then that means then they're talking to you. When people are cussing with you or around you or in front of you, they know they can trust you. When I hear this shit about at work where you can't cuss in the back with the in the cook station, it's just stupid. You know what? If you can't speak like real men and real women, because we waited a long time to curse. 18 fucking years. And then, my dad didn't let me curse until I was 18 years old. And he still, I think, smacked me upside the head a couple of times saying, Jimmy, don't you fucking cuss around me right now. I know you're 18, but don't fucking do it around me. I don't like it. Right? Even though he's saying don't fucking do it, he's serious. Anyway. People don't understand this. I would like for people like Fee or what is this show called again? These guys, what was the name of their little show? Yeah. Oh, gosh, where is it? News from the Pew. Okay, I would love to hear these guys send a representative or somebody out to Mar-a-Lago. And I know two really prominent insurance financial gurus that have been to Mar-a-Lago several times, and they had the real conversation. Right? I'm just telling you, there's a whole different kind of vocabulary, and I kind of got into it, right? And you've got to have some kind of relationship already, and there has to be a connection. Who are you with? Oh yeah, I remember you guys did that last week. Okay, yeah, and just let you know, the dealership. How was that dealership across? About out of your area, but like 40 miles away, 50 miles away. They don't really compete with you guys. We did 60 cars for them in 2 months. 60 cars. No shit. Actually, they do compete with me. Can I get some of their territory and pull from that list? There's no requirement. I can't tell you not to. I have to do what you request me to do. Right? But if they want to do a mailer in the future, I have to say this was done at a certain time. That's just fair. And he'll go, okay, that's fair. You would do the same for me. Of course I would. I'm not going to let you guys, go after the same people. I mean, you could do that, but that's just, it's unethical. And right there, you kind of got the guy. Right there, you're just going, well, the guy's ethical. He wants to do what's right thing. We don't want to you don't want to wrinkle too many feathers, in business. And Trump knows that. This is the thing that a lot of people don't get about Trump. He understands business. And I don't know what to tell you guys, but the last I heard is the United States was basically a corporation. And most of us are basically just property of the United States, which we need to work on. I agree. Right? We should all be like what George Washington said, independent voters, which I agree. You might learn a few things when you come on here and you listen and you just kind of let me blurt out things every once in a while, because there's a little bit of wisdom there. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, Here's the thing I want you just to keep in mind. It's just been a few weeks. It hasn't been a month yet. And this guy has helped this country and exposed more corruption than I think in the past fucking few decades. Like I said, his first term was his freshman year. He didn't really know what the fuck was going on. He didn't know who to trust. He got stabbed in the back several fucking times. And I'm sure it's going to happen, but not at this effect. I think this go around, once he seals Cash, once he seals Tulsi, which I'm kind of concerned about her, and RFK, which I'm a little concerned about also, and a few other people that he's got lined up that are supposedly still very loyal to him, once he gets this fucking dynamic, ultra justice team together, which they are going to be, then some heads are going to roll. and it's going to be a bad year for the Democratic Party. I'm just telling you. I mean, it's obvious, but we got to make sure they get confirmed. All right, that's it. I'm going to go. Thank you. Aloha.